Hi, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Brothers Radio.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, folks.
It's Tuesday. We're smoking some nice cigars. I picked up some cigars in Airdrie on the weekend, so smoking a nice, they call this an Indian motorcycle.
Indian motorcycle Robusto shade from the Dominican Republic.
From the old DR.
Back in the old DR. See, that's what the Beatles should have been singing about. Who the fuck cares about the USSR? No one I know goes there to hang out and snort coke.
Exactly.
They go there.
Oh,
They go down to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, you got a beer?
Yeah, I got one going.
All right.
I'm drinking a Bronc beer. It just says Bronc beer. Brewed out west, saddle up. Brewed in Calgary by a little brewing company called the Last Spike Brewery. I'd never heard of them before. Seen the box of beer there in the old Linden liquor store, and I says, why not? Try something different.
Exactly. It's been a good beer.
It's a good beer, and I really didn't have high hopes because it was $30 for 24, and it was, it's a pretty low price given the state of the economy.
I really do come to appreciate a good, cheap beer. Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that at all.
I'm sticking with a classic Bud Light.
Tight. I have yet to try the beer, the no-name beer. They brought that back.
Oh, nice.
Back in like the 70s and 80s, there used to just be beer.
Yep.
And I think it was brewed by Labatt's and sold just, I don't know if it was just like all the leftover ingredients or what the fuck it was, but they have this no-name beer, and I seen someone was drinking it one weekend. Maybe it might have been Brody Perry. Shout out Brody Perry. Sorry, bud. We feel bad about shitting on you all the time about your parents and everything.
Shit happened like 15 fucking years ago. Still making fun of him for it.
But yeah, he had a couple of them. I haven't tried one yet, but allegedly they're not that bad.
Where do you pick them up? Just any liquor store, or do you have to go to
you got to go to like Superstore.
To No Name there.
To where all the no name is at.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Where the fuck? Is there a liquor section at a Superstore?
They have.
No,
at Superstore. They have a separate liquor store.
That's right.
Like in Airdrie there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Airdrie there, it's just on the other side of the parking lot.
Right.
Or in, I guess there's two in Airdrie that would sell it, right? Because there's the No Frills, and they have a liquor store down there too somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think legally they have to have it be a separate building or something. I'm not sure exactly why they always have it detached, but.
Well, I think that goes for.
I might go for any grocers.
Well, I think liquor stores, period.
Unless it's a liquor store / bar, such as the Acme Bar.
That's right. Or, I guess, liquor store / recycling
Bottle depot, such as Linden,
yeah,
which is a genius fucking business move.
Yeah. Because what do I do with my $37 I get from cans? Go and pick up a box of beer, and then I got $10 in my hot little pot.
Every time I go there, right, you bring in whatever amount of cans you got, they always give you just enough pocket change to buy another case of Bud Light.
Exactly.
I think it's all a big scam.
It's a big Ponzi scheme.
It's big aluminum. It's big aluminum. Put on your tinfoil hats here, folks.
Yeah, big can.
It's big can. Fucking over the little guy. I don't know.
You notice something about these cigars, Gump?
What?
They no longer put a nice band around them anymore. Now it's just a brown band. Like they ruined tobacco tins. They ruined cigarette packs, and now they ruin cigars.
It might make it more attractive if it was
That's
like a gold with a red seal on it.
Yeah, that was like the aesthetic to smoking cigars. You get those real fancy bands. Everybody had different bands.
Yeah, now it's just
guys collected them. Now it's just a brown piece of cardboard with its name
paper.
on it. That's it.
A piece of glossy paper that says, "What a load of horseshit that's
That's what I'm saying. I can't even get the fucking band off. I don't want to smoke this.
You want to smoke the band?
Yeah. Oh, no, underneath. Oh, hell yeah. Whew.
What? Oh, you got to take that off?
Yeah, take the brown band off, and there's a nice little Indian motorcycle. But the sticker kind of fucks the band up.
Oh, it's okay. Hold on.
Right.
You got to just peel it. It's like back in the day when you used to,
that was close.
when you'd peel the label off a beer bottle.
Yeah. Well, you got to wait till the bottle's good and condensated and the label's wet. Then they peel nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But you can't just peel a label off a warm beer bottle. Doesn't work.
That's true. It's all about patience.
That's right.
Because also, if you drink your beer too quick, well, then it won't condensate because it won't be cold enough.
We should definitely smoke more cigars up here.
I agree. But we got to season the place. It smells too much like old shop and sawdust.
Well, we're going to have to smoke cigars for an equal amount of time as the shop's been up, which is, fuck, that's another 30 years, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, here's to 30 years, brother.
Here's the 30 years of
starting now.
Welcome back to another to 1817th episode of Brothers Radio.
Yeah. We're 55 years old.
Yeah.
We've been divorced thrice.
We're living it.
Three divorces between the two of us.
Yeah. All three of them are me.
Oh, I wasn't going to say anything about that. But it could be. You never know.
There's a possibility.
Hey, the future holds many possibilities. That's a very smooth cigar.
It's not bad at all.
Sometimes when you get a big fat stogie like this, they're just really harsh and you can't even...
Yeah, it's not bad.
But you can even breathe in just a little bit. Obviously, it's unfiltered tobacco, so it's kind of like raping your lungs.
Yep.
But hey, it's pretty good.
It's all about class.
It's all about class. It's all about image. Smoking cigars is less about the cigars and more about trying to pretend like you're cool.
I know. I kind of feel bad smoking this cigar, drinking a Bud Light. Like I think we need some shorties of good quality scotch.
Yeah,
or
some
nice whiskey or something.
Yeah, some Cuddy Sark, or that's not even really that good scotch.
I wish I knew more about cigars.
15-year Glenfiddich.
Because I would have asked the guy what pairs nicely with a.
You think that guy fucking knows?
Well, he seemed pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's just trying to make money.
Well, he was more knowledgeable than me.
He'll just give you a like, oh, just get Glenfiddich. Oh yeah, that pairs nicely. Anything pairs nicely if you force it. Hence arranged marriages.
Hence rape.
Hence arranged marriages.
Yeah.
You know, allegedly arranged marriages, only 20% of arranged marriages in countries where this is still a thing, result in divorces.
Yep.
Whereas in those same countries, marriages that are not arranged, you know, where the parties have found each other or whatever.
Yeah, found love.
It's, you know, like say in India, I think the divorce rate is probably 30 or something. 35 or 40.
Here in North America, it's over 50, isn't it? 52%?
I think so. 52%. Isn't that fucking depressing?
Yep.
Well, that's because North Americans are dumb. Because North Americans go,
selfish.
Where'd the magic go? There was no magic to begin with. Grow up.
Yeah, here, newsflash. It's not fucking magic.
The whole point of marriage is like get together, pop out a couple kids, fucking have a couple drinks, enjoy yourself, find someone, hitch yourself to them, and enjoy the ride. That's what it all is. Yeah. If you can tolerate them, you can laugh with them, perfect. What more do you need?
Yeah.
Well, it's not a fucking romance novel. It's not going to be fucking Channing Tatum in whatever movie he was in. No.
Was he Ryan Gosling
in The Notebook. It's not going to be The Notebook.
Yeah.
And that's made up bullshit.
And I don't want to be shitting on The Notebook. That is a pretty good movie.
I've never seen it, but
Gump, you got to watch The Notebook.
I do hear it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Is that the one where that bitch forgets everything and has to remember everything through The Notebook?
50 First Dates, man. Isn't that 50 First Dates?
Oh, that's a good one too.
I honestly don't remember the plot of The Notebook. It was a long time ago.
No, I'm pretty sure The Notebook is this bitch.
Yeah, I watched that with my first wife.
Oh, fuck. No, I'm pretty sure the plot is like this bitch forgets everything and has to relearn her like entire story with this guy.
No, isn't that Channing? That's a Channing Tatum movie.
Oh, is that P.S. I Love You?
I think so.
We're getting this screwed up. Oh, man. The 30% population who listens to this who are women are screeching right now.
Yeah, the 30% women
seething.
Are pissed. Please don't attack us. We're just dumb men.
Don't attack us. Please help us understand our flaws.
But back to the whole idea of marriage. That I think the biggest reason it doesn't work here in North America is
we're spoiled.
We're spoiled and we're way too entitled to our opinions. And and we're very selfish, and we're not willing to just put our egos aside for the greater good, of the
marriage,
of the couple and the marriage.
Yeah.
Saying, you know what? Maybe I can make some fucking compromise and not be a dick shaft.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I think another part of it is maybe that very often some people are just scared to like voice their opinion, and so the tension just keeps ratcheting up.
Exactly.
And just ratcheting up until eventually it's like, I want a divorce.
Yeah.
I hate everything.
Yeah.
So, well, you got to deal with your problems as you see them.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, they just build up. So it's like, if you get pissed off at your significant other, fucking say it right there. Like, hey, I don't like that shit.
Yep.
And I'll tell you why I don't like that shit.
See,
and they'll be like, oh, okay.
My problem is I don't get mad in the moment.
Oh, I easily get mad in the moment.
Yeah.
I have trouble keeping my cool. I'm the opposite, man.
My problem is I'll diffuse a situation because I don't like the conflict, and then I'll realize, like, later on,
that you should have stood your ground.
That I should have stood my ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. Well, now I'm a dick shaft for bringing it up later.
Yeah, because now you seem like kind of like a little bitch because you're like, well, remember when?
Yeah,
like, you don't want to be that guy.
I'm digging up that old shit, but really, I don't know how to deal with it in the moment.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a problem too. But I mean, these are all inconsequential problems. You know, these are all solvable things.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of just North American culture just doesn't know how to fucking deal with that.
But yeah, exactly. But it's good to recognize those things too.
Yeah.
Like I can recognize that in myself. So
exactly. You can recognize it. So yeah. So it's never really that much of a problem for you because you can at least know where to start on how to fix that.
Yeah.
Whereas, I mean, I think some people are they just don't even know how to solve the problem. So then, then they just bitch at each other.
Well,
and dance around the issue, yelling at each other, not knowing how to solve the issue.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how to problem solve, period. Not in relationships, but in daily life. Like, just call CAA when your car breaks down. Like, not how it fucking works.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever happened to self-reliance?
Exactly.
People going to marriage therapists.
Yeah, figure your shit out on your own.
What do they call that shit? Relationship therapists or whatever?
Oh,
couples counsels.
Yeah, couples counseling.
Like, you got to have someone else, like, wedge themselves in your life to solve your problems? Come on.
Grow up.
Come on, grow up. Honestly, the best way to solve a problem, if you're at the point of divorce,
push it down the stairs.
Well, I was going in that direction, but no, I have a better idea.
All right.
Buy a set of cheap Amazon boxing gloves. Like 2 sets, right? So you each.
One set.
Just one set. Just one set. No, 2 sets. Get all the fixings, build a fucking ring in the living room. And be like, all right, if we're going to solve these problems, we're going to fucking do it like men. Well, I know you're not a man. Well, maybe if you're gay, it works really good, but, maybe she's not a man. And
I think there's probably advantages to being gay, strictly on the relationships.
Oh, yeah. The sex fucking sucks, though. This is great, man. You and me, we like all the same sports teams. We both love fucking trucks. But man, the sex fucking sucks, man.
My ass hurts.
I wake up, my asshole hurts. Fucking walking around like I'm 85 because I can't walk properly.
Well, if you weren't such a size queen.
Fuck. Yeah. Anyway.
And that's on marriage.
The brothers dissect marriage problems. Call us in. If you got marriage problems, call in. We'll solve them for you.
Yeah, we'll solve your fucking problems.
Well, give us your mailing address, and we'll buy some of those Amazon gloves for you and send them right to your front door.
And then we'll send those
fucking boxing
gloves.
Little
Adam and Eve care package to you. So you box it out and then fuck it out. Call it a day.
Yeah. Yeah, the loser is the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever gets knocked out first has to take it.
Yeah. Oh, you knocked me out.
This isn't any fun. You're always trying to lose. This sucks.
Yeah.
There's no fun in this.
Don't punch me.
That's icky. Oh fuck! You got any more matches there, brother? Mine went out.
Yeah, I got
my
you.
friggin' cigar went out.
Yeah, I even got a free pack of matches with these. How often do you get matches? Matches ASMR.
God damn, that sounds good. Nothing like a packet of matches. I like matches personally. It's just something different, you know.
Exactly.
Because the thing is no one ever steals a packet of matches from you.
That's true.
You got a lighter? Hey, can I have a light?
Hey, you pocket me fucking matches,
You
dickhead.
fucking steal your lighter from you. They'll never steal a box of matches from you. Because all you do is you give them one match.
Exactly. Yeah, light that thing up, go.
I'm lighting her on fire here.
Start pulling.
All
Light
right.
that thing up. Okay, all right. I said pull on it, don't fuck it.
Mm. Oh, yeah, that's tasty. Taste a little morsel there. What?
Sounds a little funny.
Funny how? Elaborate.
Anyway.
So,
What's new in the world?
well, I was reading a story the other day. So, in San Diego, there was an armored truck.
Yep.
Fucking dumped over and burst open. And it was just spilling singles and $20 bills out the
Really?
side. It was just spilling them out onto the fucking freeway north of San Diego. And so people were just getting out of their cars and grabbing whatever they could fucking grab, you know.
Meanwhile, the armored truck drivers are fucking losing circulation to their legs hanging from those seatbelts.
Help!
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't help you there, bud.
Sorry, I'm getting this bread.
Hey, it's like they always say, rent's always due. Rent is always due.
Rent is always fucking due.
Rent is due and your rent is up, buddy.
That's right.
So the people are just grabbing fucking 20s and whatever they could grab. And so the chief of the highway patrol,
Yep.
he issued on the news after this. He says, I highly suggest to anybody that picked up cash out here, it's not your cash, so turn it in immediately to the CHP office in Vista. And I don't know if anyone broke it to him or not, but they're never going to see that money again.
That money's already spent.
It already bought Hooker's Blow in 2008 Camaros. So
V6 Mustang.
it's very much gone. It's in the pockets of used car lot salesmen.
That's right. That's right. And drug dealers.
Well, that's why I said used car lot salesman.
Same
pocket. It's the same pocket. Yeah.
Hey, we wanted to make a shout out to Riley Malacca.
Oh yeah, I heard you're in a coma, bud.
Heard you're in a coma. I hope you're doing well.
He's in Lacoma?
No, he's got glaucoma.
He's got glaucoma? Yeah, I heard he's in a coma. He fell through a floor. And I think he fucked up his cankle or something.
Yeah. If he doesn't wake up in 2 weeks, I heard they're gonna pull the plug.
He's gonna listen to this and see.
Yeah, he's gonna be. I am not in a coma. I'm just playing Battlefield on my couch. Fuck off.
My leg's fucked. I'm just playing Battlefield. I got Cheeto dust all over my pecker.
Yeah.
I'm living life. All right. Fucking workman's comp's covering it.
No, he just fell through a floor and partially tore his ACL or something. That's what Josh said. So he's not in Lacoma.
He doesn't got no glaucoma. That's good. We'd hate to have
speedy recovery.
We'd hate to lose 1/8 of our audience.
That's right. So Riley, we're nothing.
Oh fuck. Oh man. So I was also reading recently. So there's all these there's issues over oil supply here in North America.
Which is strange,
which is very
considering
strange.
Alberta has the largest oil sands in the
Well,
world.
and the United States is one of the largest producers of oil, of crude oil, and Canada has like some of the largest proven oil reserves on the planet. But anyway, we have no oil apparently.
Which is weird. I wonder why our gas is at $1.43 for fuck's sake.
Oh yeah, but they say it's going to start going down because of this. I guess the new variant of fucking shit came out. And
Oh yeah,
people are freaking
the
out.
stock markets have really dipped. So
yeah, so it's a good time to buy.
Yep.
It's a good time to buy.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so President Biden has been tapping into strategic oil reserves, fuel reserves, to alleviate this crisis. Meanwhile, in Canada, our government, well, not necessarily our government, but we're starting to tap into our strategic maple syrup reserves. which actually exist, by the way. And this is a bit of a wormhole that I went down because so maple syrup in Canada is owned by a cartel called the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers.
Big Maple.
And it's Big Maple. And they own 77% of the world maple syrup production.
Oh, wow.
The other 30-some% is in, or 27% is in the United States, pretty much. And then nowhere else makes maple syrup.
So just North America here makes maple syrup.
Pretty much. I mean, whatever, because maple trees are native here. Mm-hmm. And in order to start maple syrup harvesting, you'd have to fucking plant a whole forest, and it'd be a fuck around, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, this federation, this cartel, that's what it is. After all, it's a cartel. Decided to open up their stockpiles and let the spice flow, because they've had a lackluster harvesting season.
Yeah.
So, but then I started reading some more, and allegedly, I think it was a number of years ago, this same like stockpile that they have in Quebec. I guess they have a couple, but one of their warehouses, or I don't know what the fuck you call it, one of their syrup tanks, I guess. One of their syrup refineries.
Yeah.
Fucking like over 1,000 gallons of maple syrup just disappeared.
What?
Someone heisted maple syrup from this fucking joint.
Oh, that's impressive.
Isn't that fucking sweet?
How the fuck?
Well, that's the thing. How do you steal maple syrup in that quantity and then no one knows where it went? Like they have nothing to go on. All they know is it's gone.
That sounds like that 43 million or whatever right before 9/11. How much money went missing just before 9/11?
Well, I don't know, but
same kind of idea. Like, where'd it go? Oh, what do you mean you don't know? You guys are in control of the bananas.
Yeah, you're the monkeys in control of the bananas. Did you eat them? Did you throw them? What the fuck did you do with them?
Where the fuck are the bananas?
Where are the bananas here? Yeah, no, it's like that. Or like how the owner of the World Trade Center had just recently opened a new insurance policy on those buildings like a month before.
Jesus Christ.
Of course, I think when those things went down, he profited like $4 billion or something like that. Like 2-point-some billion per each building. But that's also, maybe we should...
cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
Maybe we ought to do that, because we don't want to get too hard on that. But it's like that. Like, how does that happen? How does 1,000 gallons of maple syrup just disappear?
Like they dump it into the St. Lawrence or some shit?
No, I don't think it... I mean, maple syrup's expensive. It's a luxury.
Yeah.
So they probably stole it, but then how do you, like, sell it? What do you do with it once you have it? First of all, okay, so say you and I... Let's imagine you and I are the guys stealing this fucking maple syrup.
All right.
What are we using to steal it?
Okay, well, first of all, we need manpower, because it's 1,000 gallons?
Yeah.
And
how many trucks do we need?
All right, well, first of all... All right.
Let's break it down. So say we had a couple of job like trucks.
So we need to convert 1,000 gallons into pounds. Gallons.
Well, no, we're just pumping it into trucks. We don't have to fucking physically bucket them.
No, I know that, Gump. But how many trucks do we need to hold that many pounds?
Because they can only hold so much.
You can only hold loaded 63,500 kg.
Right, and you don't want to go over that because you're gonna trip someone off that you stole maple syrup.
That's right. So
we stay within the law there.
All right, units. So we got 1,000 gallons. Calculate. Oh, it's only 3,785 kilograms.
So what? One truckload?
Well, we just need 1,000 gallons really isn't that much.
No, but
so we need a 1-ton truck, a skid steer, and a step deck. No, and a gooseneck.
Okay.
And we could essentially steal 2 totes, because all you need is 500.
Oh, sorry. Hold on here.
All right.
Hold on here. Let me get the correct number at the beginning there, because I just threw out 1,000 because I thought that was roughly right. It was 3 metric tons. Or no, sorry, 3,000 metric tons.
3,000 metric tons.
Which is, how many liters? Like 30,000 liters or some shit? There's probably a conversion
30,000 meter ton, 3,000 metric tons to liters.
Yeah.
Working on it.
Kowalski analysis. Welcome to the
All right.
welcome to the Aub and Gump don't know basic mathematics portion of the show. We're gonna do our best here.
That's 3 million liters. 3,000 metric tons of water is 3 million liters.
Right. Now maple syrup is a lot heavier than water, though.
Can't be by much, though.
Well, it would probably be twice, just because it's boiled down. Maybe not.
Okay, so let's just say it's equal to water,
Right.
for simplicity.
We could also just change over 3,000 metric tons to pounds if we want.
Yeah. Go. Change it to pounds.
We'll go to pounds. That's simpler. So, hold on here. Okay, 1 metric ton is 2,200 pounds. So, let's see here. 3,000 ton is hold on here. 6,613,868 pounds.
Okay, say that again.
6,613,868
Okay.
868
pounds
pounds.
of maple syrup.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we divide that by how much legal.
So if we were to get a super B, and let's say it's so maximum rolling down the road is 140,000 pounds rolling on a truck.
This is a lot of truckloads.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But so I wish I knew what a truck was. Where's John when you fucking need him?
Yeah, he was just here too, like an hour ago.
So I don't know how many pounds you are empty, but you can obviously put on, I think they put about 42,000 kg.
Yeah, which is times that by 2.6.
So
right?
you can load up about 92.5 of product on one truck.
Okay.
So if you go, I have these numbers written
So now
down.
divide the original number by that number.
So we got 6,613,868 divided by our 92,500. So we need 71 and a half. So 72
loads
loads of
maple syrup.
Yes, 72 Super Bs to haul this maple syrup away.
So something tells me that these guys didn't do it all in one go. I think this guy was skimming over the last 10 years.
Yeah. But
Hold on, let's see if let's figure out if the authorities ever discovered what the hell went on here. Here, the Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist is what it's called. or for our francophones,
fucking
Vol de
ridiculous.
syrup de French.
no French. This is a French free zone.
All right, French free zone, fair enough.
But 72 fucking trucks?
Oh, adjusted for inflation, the heist is the most valuable in Canadian history. It's better than robbing a bank.
Jesus.
So how did this... Well, see, the way they discovered it was that they discovered a deficit in their stockpile. They're like, oh, there's this much maple syrup missing.
Right.
Why is it missing? There's only possible explanation is that someone fucking stole it. And they don't know over what period of time.
Because
or what.
obviously they'll lose a little bit through leaks and stuff. But
right. But that's all calculated.
You're not losing 6.6 million pounds.
Oh, hold on. They found out who did it. Some French fellas. Raymond Valliere, accused ringleader sentenced in April 2017 to 8 years in prison.
That's it. The most valuable heist in Canadian history, and he got 8 years.
With a $9.4 million fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that'll do.
That's a little rough. It was lowered down to $1 million.
How the fuck? Can we get that guy on
Raymond Valliere, again, the father of Richard, sentenced to 2 years in jail. Etienne St. Pierre, New Brunswick-based syrup reseller. That's the reseller. That's the plug. He's the distributor. Okay. Sebastian Jutras, a trucker involved in the transport of stolen syrup, served 8 months in prison.
So there
were 17 men related to the theft, but I'm guessing that's only half, or it could be less than half.
Yeah.
Because we're talking a lot of maple syrup.
That is a fuckload of maple syrup. So in one go, it would take 72 trucks.
If you did it in one night,
But
it'd be
if you-
72 trucks.
But how long were they going for this? Like,
That's the thing. I don't think
they
any
must
of that
have been
is
just
known.
taking like, you know, one tote on a pickup, like 500 liters every.
Every night.
Well, you notice because that's a lot of liters in a month, and they obviously check their numbers every month. So they must have been taking.
Unless he was fudging the numbers. Maybe he was inside
Yeah.
and was able to
it
like
had
and
to have
able
been
to
an-
like round up every time. He was like, "Oh, how much maple syrup we got here today?" Well,
it's-
they could round up.
It's an
and
inside
hide,
job for
and
sure.
hide how much maple syrup they're stealing.
Yeah. That's fucked.
That cost that guy $9.5 million. No, well, only $1 million at the end, but it was almost going to cost him $9.5 million,
Holy shit.
which is probably only a fraction of what all that fucking maple syrup was worth.
Yeah.
That's a shitload of maple syrup.
What's 1 pound of maple syrup worth? Let me search that up.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I don't know what, like $30
of maple syrup cost.
I think it helps when you speak it out loud too.
Oh yeah,
Helps
100%.
you type faster.
Oh, so a 1 liter jug,
Yeah, which is 1 kilo, roughly.
which is 1 kilo, is $51.
Ay. And we're talking fucking a shitload. A shitload
So if
of...
they successfully sold all of it, they're probably pushing 20 mil
Oh, it could have been more than that.
or more.
Man, what the hell are we doing here?
Beats the
We
fuck
should be
out of me.
stealing fucking maple syrup.
Gump, chill. You don't need to knock all the ash off.
Yeah, but it's getting thick at the end there. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. I thought it was interesting at first to know that there's an actual cartel in the country that controls maple syrup production. And then I also thought it was just interesting that that also...
Matches, please.
Oh, yeah. That there was a heist back in 2012. This is when they found the heist. They could have been going for years. Who fucking knows?
Fuck Big Maple anyway.
Yeah, fuck Big Maple. Big syrup. Je ne sais pas. Oh, sorry, this isn't no French zone. Oh, here's another thing I was reading the other day. So, are you scared of spiders at all? Not really?
No, not at all.
I don't like them. I know
Like,
Josh is
okay,
terrified.
a big fucking ugly one, sure. But like, if I see a little spider in my basement, I'm not freaking out.
No, I mean, not a little guy. Anything bigger than like, if I can see his eyeballs, I start freaking out a little bit. By a little bit, I mean, I don't want to really go near them. But I guess a zoologist or whatever kind of biologist who studies spiders, spiderologist,
An arachnophobia.
an arachnophile. Researcher Daniela Russler has discovered that spiders also have arachnophobia.
What?
Yeah. That there's what this lady did was had a dummy of like a big fuck off spider sitting in like a little, I don't know, plexiglass box, right? And then she'd put these little jumping spiders in there. And the jumping spiders would be the big scary fuck off spider and freeze.
Right.
And act like really weird. Thereby showing that little spiders also have arachnophobia. They're terrified of themselves. So anyone who's like, oh, spiders aren't scary, they're fucking terrified of themselves. Of course they're scary. They got too many goddamn legs.
Exactly. Too many eyes, too many legs. Webs come out of their big butts.
They got a fucking weird pincers on it for a mouth.
That's right. They lay eggs.
They
Anything
drink
that
blood.
lays eggs.
You know they eat what they
Each
catch.
other. The females eat men.
Well, no, that's praying mantis. Well, actually, I think maybe spiders did that too.
I think spiders do.
Probably. But no, when they eat, a bug flies in their net, right? Or in their fucking web. They catch them, they spin them up. What they do is they stab them with their fangs and inject the venom. The venom's actually a liquefying agent.
Yep.
It basically dissolves their insides, and then they drink the goop out. They basically make a fucking bug milkshake and then That's how they eat. These motherfuckers don't even chew. They just suck.
Yeah.
Spiders suck.
That's gross. Why did spiders evolve to have poison so potent to kill large mammals? What's a fucking
Well,
point
I don't
of
know.
that?
I don't know if there is any spiders quite that. Well,
Yeah.
I guess.
'Cause
Yeah.
isn't there like black widows and...
Yeah, they can be deadly. Brown recluse is really deadly.
Yeah.
But that's only if untreated. Like there's anti-venom and everything. If you suck the venom out, I think you can live. Plus, if you get by one of these things and live, then the next time you get bit by one of them, won't even be half as bad. Because your antibodies will have figured out their venom and be able to combat it.
We should be injecting little bits of venom into ourselves.
Yeah, that's how they create anti-venom. They take horses or any other large mammal, and they give them a little bit of venom every day, and slowly their immune system figures out how to combat this venom, and it just gets rid of it. And then what they do is they'll take a blood sample from these suckers, extract all the antibodies, and then that's the anti-venom. So you inject someone with that, and then that'll just clean up the venom in your system.
Oh, wow.
That's how anti-venom works.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did you know that?
I read.
We
John
should try
eats. I read. You should try it out. Reading is good.
I have been. I've been reading Neil deGrasse Tyson's Astrophysics for People in a Rush.
People in a hurry, I believe.
Oh, yeah, People in a Hurry. My bad.
Clearly didn't read the fucking front cover.
Well,
there,
never
but-
judge a book by its cover. You know.
Well, that's fair enough. You got me there. Never judge a book by its cover. How many chapters are you in now?
2.
Nice.
Yep.
That's good. Last week you were 1 in.
That's right. But it's quite a interesting read. He's actually quite
Are you talking about black holes and shit?
haven't got there yet.
What's he saying?
Mostly just explaining the theory of relativity and
Oh yeah.
well, the first chapter 1 was the Big Bang, and
Oh yeah.
now we're into the theory of relativity and how pretty much Einstein expanded on Newton's idea, and now scientists are expanding on Einstein's ideas, and it's just we're constantly evolving and figuring out more
Yeah.
of the science.
Yeah. It's fascinating, eh? It's really interesting when I don't know, maybe he says this in the book, but they realized that there was a physics that Newton couldn't predict when they tried predicting the orbit of Mercury.
Right.
I don't know if they said that in the book or not, but that's essentially how people are like, oh, well, Newton's wrong. Somehow Newton is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they tried to predict that orbit, it wasn't even close to what the actual orbit was when they could observe it with telescopes and stuff. Mathematically trying to predict where it was just didn't add up. So, that's kind of what spurred on the idea of, well, maybe Newton's concept works in a different way. And so essentially it's the Newton explains how bodies act, how two bodies in a vacuum or whatever, any two bodies will attract each other.
Right.
Einstein explains how it works,
Yeah.
how that force works. And by explaining how it works, you can better understand the physics behind it and be able to make better predictions.
Right.
Of course, it took us fucking 300 years or something after Newton came out with his theory or his Principia Mathematica to be able to figure out what the actions behind his physics were.
Right.
What was actually going on behind the scenes. I guess we still don't really know, but our ability to make predictions is a lot better, that's for sure.
Because we really don't know what ties everything together. What causes, like they're trying to figure out dark matter.
Yeah. Yeah, why do galaxies stick together when mathematically they shouldn't stick together at all?
Right.
And essentially what they call, I think dark matter or dark energy or whatever the fuck, is basically just a placeholder name for something that we have no clue for.
Right.
All we know is that this is like the made up thing that we just fudge into the equation to make it work.
Yeah.
Now the trick is trying to figure out what that made up thing actually is.
Yeah.
Like what's the actual actions going on in there that make that number work in our equations.
Too complicated for me.
Oh, it's not that complicated. It's pretty simple.
Oh, then figure it out, Gump. What's dark matter?
Oh, I'm an idiot. What is dark matter? Oh, it's pretty black. Can't see it, that's for sure.
Can't see it. Doesn't mean it's not there.
It does shit, though. That's for sure. Does some stuff. Damn, these cigars are good.
Tasty. Tasty.
Mind passing me a Bud Light there, brother?
Sure.
I
The
think
bush are right on top. If you'd like a bush.
It's been a long time since I've had a bush. I'll have a bush. I gotta admit, I like bush.
He's a bush lover.
Score. I love it when you can throw something into a recycling can from 5 feet away and it actually goes in. That might be the first time that's ever happened on this podcast.
No, I thought last episode was the first
Did I
time.
get one in there?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I was real proud. That was a proud father moment.
I'm not a basketball player, so.
I wrote something down, and I'd like to be proven wrong on it.
All right.
I said the only contribution Central Alberta has ever made to the world is Nickelback.
Well, it depends where you draw the line for Central Alberta.
Well, I think the district of Central Alberta. What is?
Well, there's no district. There's no actual political line.
Yeah.
What?
There's 4. What do you call them? There's 4 parts to Alberta. You have the mountains, northern Alberta, central, and southern.
Well, these aren't official political lines. These are just more like rough concepts that make up our province.
All right. So the rough concept of. I thought
Central
there was
Alberta.
actual lines.
No, there's no political lines because otherwise there would be a minister of Central Alberta or something like that.
That's true.
There's nothing. There's no office for that. We have counties, and each county has a reeve and all that shit. But I will disagree with you a little bit because I think Central Alberta is actually the heart. It's the central part of Alberta. Think of Red Deer. That's Central Alberta.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Red Deer's birthed many great things. Like, what was that fucking scungy club that was there for the longest time? It got shut down.
Oh,
a number of years
Lotus?
ago. Lotus.
Lotus?
The fucking, the White Lotus or the Lotus?
No, I think it was just the Lotus.
Yeah, that scungy place. That was a contribution for sure.
Not to the world, though. Not like Nickelback.
Oh, to the world.
Yeah, to the world. To the world.
See, all the good things in Alberta are either... well, let's think about people from Calgary or things from Calgary.
Well, I guess Calgary had the Olympics in '88.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
That
was a contribution to the world.
But that was just more of a location for something that already existed.
I know. Oh, no, that's not Central Alberta. Shit.
What?
I was going to say Brokeback Mountain because it was filmed out in Alberta. But
That was probably Rocky Mountains.
that was Rocky Mountains and
Yeah.
down in the south. They're like near Waterton, I think. Well, Southern Alberta has definitely contributed to the world. Good old Brokeback Mountain.
It's a high quality film.
Rowley. Rowley Wood. That's Central Alberta.
Yep. We're gonna have to go there. Oh, we missed it. That was last Saturday.
Shit. Yeah. Well, there's always...
There's always next month.
Hold on. Next month is December. What day does New Year's fall on? A Friday. Meaning January 1st is the Saturday.
Yeah, but it's the last Saturday of every month, so Raleigh
Oh,
will
it'd be
open.
25th. Yeah.
Yeah, so they won't be open.
Damn, that's close though. What if New Year's, one of these years, New Year's is going to fall on a Saturday? And if that's the case, Rowley's going to be a fucking bonanza.
Oh yeah, it'll be good.
I'm going there for sure.
Love to drop the ball at Raleigh.
Watch the balls drop. Watch my balls drop in Rowley.
Come pick your fucking balls up.
I'm trying, but I fucking dropped my glasses too.
The floor's crooked.
Yeah, that's lost in the sawdust.
For anybody that's been to Raleigh, you know what we're talking about. That old floor is fucked.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love it. It's so great. This old bar, if you've never been, I highly suggest you go to Rowley.
Go to Rowley.
Last Saturday of every month, they do pizza night. It's fantastic.
Do a nice little pizza night, all volunteers. So
Yep.
tip well. Everything's in cash.
All proceeds go to keeping the museums and the buildings and everything alive. It's basically a big museum town. So it just goes to upkeep and everything else. But it's also just a hell of a place to party. Yeah. It's just such a bonanza because they got live music and shit. And man, you get a pitcher of beer for $14. Like you can't go anywhere anymore and get a pitcher of beer for $14.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's just wicked.
Summer is definitely a good time to go.
Oh, for sure.
Get some big crowds out there. Everybody's camping and drinking and partying.
You go into Sam's Saloon. That's where the main party's at, in the old bar, old saloon, and the floor is just warped to fuck. Because I don't know how many thousands of people have walked through there over the last 100 years or whatever the fuck, but
they've been collecting and stapling shit. Kind of the same vibe we got going on in the studio.
Studio where there's just stuff on the walls to look at.
Old hubcaps and posters and flags and
there's lots of. You know what the best part is? There's a bunch of posters in there complaining about Trudeau Sr. And now they're starting to put up stuff complaining about Trudeau Jr.
That's fucking awesome.
It's all like putting it right next. I love it. It's like some things never change.
Even I drew a picture of a car one time on a pizza box and they stapled it to the wall for me. It's hanging up.
Yeah, there's the picture of your Delta up there, right?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff up there. Fucking old baseball jerseys from like little towns that don't exist anymore.
There's a
Sunny Slope one.
Yeah, there's a Sunny Slope baseball jersey hanging in there.
Yeah, there's a couple other ones too. I think there's maybe one from Hannah and stuff. That's a gem, and I think that's maybe the greatest contribution that Central Alberta has made.
I don't even want to. I hope they never even make a contribution to the world. I want that gem for myself. I'm selfish with it.
With Rowley?
Yeah.
You hope it doesn't get flooded with Japanese tourists?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, as much as I want the Japanese people to see this,
I
also don't want to have to like muscle my way through a crowd of Japanese people to get a pitcher of beer.
That's right.
Doesn't seem like my idea of a good time.
It does seem like it has grown though. It keeps getting busier every time I go there.
Yeah.
That one time, when was it? July this year?
Yeah, we went this year.
It was fucking packed.
Holy shit! The bar was packed. They were running out of pitchers to put beer in.
That was amazing.
Which was really good to see because I was concerned. I was really concerned how they would fare through all this COVID pandemic shit. Like if would they be able to run one?
Keep it.
But
open.
I guess the beauty of it is, because it's volunteer, it's not like they have a bottom line.
Yeah.
So long as there's enough money in the account to keep the buildings, from fucking burning down or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Keep everything, put a new fresh coat of paint on the train station and everything.
Yeah. And a lot of the people that go there are pretty
drunk.
Well, drunk, but they're all the local farmers.
It's all the local folks.
They don't tend to listen to regulations.
No, they don't give a fuck anyway.
They don't give a fuck. They're going to Rowley for a beer. They don't care.
Beer and a pizza. What more do you need?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, they got live music there for the kids. If you bring your kids there, because everyone brings their kids. They have this awesome old school jungle gym and like old playground equipment. Well, the jungle gym is new, I believe, but they still have a bunch of old swings and playground equipment and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty wicked.
All the old steel ones, like
there's
back when you'd actually get hurt.
Yeah, there's that steel like merry-go-round thing.
Yeah.
That thing's actually kind of scary because if someone's arm got caught in that fucking thing, it would smash it.
You could die. And that's the fun.
That's part of the fun. That's how you don't grow up to be a fucking retard. Grow up with just a little bit of danger in your life. You'll know to stay away from it.
I swear, if every kid got to ride a teeter-totter, they'd be a way better person.
Oh yeah, you'd have better. First of all, physically, you just have better balance and spatial awareness.
If you didn't have your 50-pound heavier cousin on the other end of a teeter-totter,
fucking catapulting you,
are you even allowed to be in this society?
Yeah.
Kids these days don't even know what teeter-totter is.
I remember when they took those out at Linden.
Pissed.
The fucking teeter-totters.
Well, at the time, I was kind of happy because I was a little guy and I always get bucked off.
Yeah, you always get fucking catapulted.
Fuck this shit.
What we would do is we'd always just take a bunch of trash and shit and whatever else we found around the playground, bunch of fucking books and binders and whatever else we could find at the school, and put it underneath the teeter-totter, and then just fucking trash compact it with the teeter-totter. So if we get a bunch of guys on one end and just fucking bang, bang, and just so that we'd be on the one end and all the trash would be at the other, and we push up on the thing and fucking
just wreck shit
because that's half the fun. That's half the fun of being a kid. You can wreck shit and you don't get fined for it. Because you're not old enough to get fined because
That's
you have no
right.
money.
You have no money. Yeah, I love wrecking shit.
See, you're more into construction, building stuff. I like destruction.
That's right.
And demolition. Maybe I should start a demolition business.
Well, I do a little demolition every once in a while.
Yep.
I haven't in a long time.
Well, I like demolition. I'm pretty good at it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you just gotta wreck shit.
Just take your anger out on it.
I'm really good at that. Hey, I finally figured out what I'm good at. I know what I should do. I'm starting a small business. I'm going to start a demolition company. As I discovered, I'm really good at wrecking everything.
Hell yeah.
So I might as well just make money off it.
That's right.
I'm a professional wreck shitter.
What are you going to call your business?
Well, what else? Gumps. Just Gumps. Gumps, demolition, and shit wrecking business.
Yeah, I think we should get some hats made up that say Gumps.
Just says Gumps. And then I'll open up a bar, and it'll be called Gumps. Whatever money I make with the demolition business,
We'll open up a bar and it'll tank 2 years later.
it'll lose so much money. It'll go down the hole instantly.
It'll
We'll be
be-
living off of government grants.
It'll be hemorrhaging in 2 years. But
By God, we'll have some good times there.
God damn, the dream is alive.
I'll tell you what, our fucking Buffalo Bites are gonna outdo the Acme Bar Buffalo Bites. They're gonna be 2 times better.
Not 3, only 2.
I can't do 3. That's not in the budget.
That's
What do you think? I made a gold here?
That's an unrealistic standard.
That is
anyway.
completely unrealistic. I'm just gonna go to Costco and get the good kind, $20. The good chicken fingers. Spend just a little more money, not that much.
Spend
but
a little more money, get a good air fryer, sold. No problem.
You could totally just get away with doing air fryers, dude.
What's the biggest air fryer you can buy?
Maybe we can build one,
That's what I was thinking.
like an industrial-sized air fryer.
Yeah.
Because like you look at that thing that we got, that thing's simple. It's just a fucking element, and then a container, like with a fucking handle.
And a fan.
And
So
a fan.
if we hook up a couple furnace fans,
Yeah, some squirrel cage fans, like that we steal out of an old chicken barn, just packed full of chicken shit.
no, just take them from the dump from old furnaces,
We can do that, yeah. Well,
and they
alright.
wouldn't stink like chicken shit.
You've missed the joke.
I'm trying to be realistic here, Gump.
I'm not.
I don't want my chicken to smell like the barn they came from.
Fair enough. But it would be ironic, wouldn't it?
Would have a certain,
A je ne sais quoi to it.
French word.
A French, I don't know what.
Yeah,
Certain French, I don't know what.
exactly. Yeah, I think it'd be good.
Indeed.
Bud Light, sell nothing but Bud Light.
Yeah, we got Bud Light, we got Bud Light. And maybe Bud Heavy.
And
On a
water,
Saturday.
And water.
And water. And
Cigars. And
gin.
Buffalo Bites.
And just gin. No juice, no tonic, nothing, just gin.
Yeah, can I get a gin and tonic?
Can I get a gin and gin?
Yeah, sure. So what do you call, how you call like a virgin gin and tonic is just tonic?
Mm.
Do you just call it a dirty gin and tonic when it's just gin? What do you call it?
No.
A slutty?
When you make a martini dirty, you're adding lots of vermouth, I think. Dry vermouth. You're adding more dry vermouth. I believe I know when you make a Caesar dirty, you're adding more Worcestershire.
Right, and then, because you
make it brown looking.
make it dirty or you make it spicy
Yeah.
by adding more hot sauce or Worcestershire.
But I think you can make a martini dirty too by adding more vermouth.
Worcestershire.
I don't know how to tell you this, brother, but Worcestershire? I think that's how you say that.
If I have a gun held in my head and they
They ask you to spell Worcestershire.
or they'll shoot your family. Tell my family I love them.
Only God can help us now. I like gin. Gin's good.
Yeah, what comes in that? Oh, Bombay Sapphire? Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good gin.
That is a good gin.
I'm not a big gin lover. I'm not really a big hard liquor lover myself.
No, but cocktails. You like a good cocktail.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'll fuck around with a cocktail.
I mean, the joke was I mean, no one drinks gin straight. That was the joke from 10 seconds ago. Having a gin and gin. That's the most psychotic thing anyone has ever ordered. I'm actually really tempted. Next time I'm in a bar, whenever this is in the future, I'm going to go up to the bartender and say, yeah, I'll have a gin and gin, please. And they're like, what? Gin and tonic? No. You misheard. A gin and gin. You know what gin is? Yeah, take gin, add a little more gin.
So a double gin.
So give me, no, not a double gin, a gin and gin.
For the price of just a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, and if
I
it's
am
not,
broke.
Yeah, and if it's not the same price, I'm going to lose it. This is outrageous. This establishment is full of thieves.
Big gin.
Big gin. Yeah. I think gin was originally invented by the Dutch. Did you know that?
No.
It was invented by the Dutch. The English found it and went, ooh, this is quite tasty.
Splendid.
Splendid, Walter.
Indubitably.
Splendid, Walter. Let's mix this with this absolutely abhorrent liquid that we made to cure malaria. That's what tonic water was originally made for.
Jesus.
So all these British people in South Africa are dying of malaria, and they're like, oh, let's make some kind of juice that maybe fixes that. It doesn't do anything, but they thought it did.
Didn't help at all.
No.
Yeah, what the fuck is tonic anyway?
Oh, it's just like a concoction of various spices and herbs and things. Yeah. I don't know what's all in there. Fucking tastes like pine needles.
That's exactly what
I think it's got a lot of cedar
But
bark
you throw a
in
little gin in there, it's like, fuck, that's pretty good.
Well, that's the thing. Gin tastes like pine needles. So you take the pine needles, mix it with more pine needles, you get a fucking tasty summer beverage.
It's weird.
You get a beverage you can drink on the dock in 30-degree weather.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Tasty. I could fuck around with a G&T on a
Hot
27-degree day.
Oh, yeah. So good. A little squirt of lime or lemon in there.
Yep.
Just for a little zing, you know?
Add a little zip to
A
it.
little zip. A little sour. What the hell was that?
I have no
Fucking
idea.
screws coming out of the ceiling or some shit?
Place is falling apart.
Oh, no. That's too bad. What now? We're almost done our cigars here, bro.
Yeah, cigars are done. I can't believe these cigars have lasted an hour. Nice.
That's pretty good. I mean, mine's still got lots of life.
I mean, I'm just about starting to smoke the paper here. Or
I got like another inch and a half yet.
We'll get rid of that. Got the little stubby. Little stubular.
Yeah.
Get rid of that.
Oh, hey, I'd like to give a quick shout out to old Tommy.
Tommy Boke?
Not Tommy Boke, but also Tommy Boke he's killer. But no, Tommy Ascension. Do you know him at all?
No.
He is a year older than me. He works at Hawk.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were talking about him. Yep.
Yeah, so I ran into him the one day, and he's like, hey, I listen to the podcast. And I'm like, you listen to the thing? He's like, hey, of course.
What can I say?
What can I say? Hey, and I'm like, hey, right on, man. So, quick shout out to Tommy. He's a hell of a guy.
Thanks for the listen, brother.
Thanks for the listening, man.
I seen.
Welcome to the team.
Speaking of which, I when I was in the liquor store yesterday, I had 2.4 of Busch and a 15 of Bud Light.
Yeah.
On a Monday night, and
oh no,
and Nate Brawl walks in.
No, yeah.
And I look at him. I was like, this doesn't look good.
That's what you said to him.
And then he pats me on the shoulder. He's like, oh, it's fuel for the radio show. I was like, that's exactly what it is.
So, right on.
Shout out to Nate Brawl.
Wow,
Genuine dude.
We're quickly becoming an underground success in this here town.
That's what I'm saying.
In 20 years, we might be able to shake people's hands in daylight.
Wouldn't hold my breath for it, though.
Well, I got a little today in history, and then perhaps we'll wrap her up.
I'm in.
All right.
What is today? The 30th today.
30th, last day of the month. So in 1782, the British signed a preliminary agreement in Paris recognizing the American independence, recognizing the Congress and all that shit. In 1838, Mexico declares war on France. Britain is pissed. That's their job. No, I don't know. I don't know why they declared war on France.
What could they do?
I don't even fucking know.
Like, that's like...
Let me quick Google that one.
That's like yelling at a guy across the street, like, fuck you.
Yeah,
no, fuck you. And
Hey,
then he
fuck
just-
you, buddy. It's like, yeah, like heavy traffic, so neither you can cross the street. Fuck you, prick. Hold on,
Suck my
let's figure
dick.
that out. 1838, Mexico declares war on France. Let's get to the bottom of this. The Pastry War. What? or in Spanish, it's the Guerra de los Pasteles. Also known as the first French intervention in Mexico. Okay. So, started something about naval blockade of some Mexican ports and the capture of the fortress of San Juan de Ulloa in Veracruz by French forces sent by King Louis Philippe. Ended several months later in March 1839 with a British brokered peace. Of course, the British were pissed. The Mexicans were like, that's our job, you fucks. The intervention followed many claims by French nationals of losses due to unrest in Mexico. So later on, this was used as a justification for France to invade Mexico and establish the short reign of Emperor Maximilian I of Mexico. And this is that war resulted in Cinco de Mayo.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
So that's, Cinco de Mayo is like the big Mexican holiday, right? Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of a battle that they won against the French on May 5th.
Right.
During that was in 1860 something. And they eventually, Mexico ousted that puppet government that the French installed there. And the French were they were pissed, and they looked like complete morons to the rest of Europe. The Spanish were saying, like, man, you conquer these people, it's not going to be easy for you. Oh, we'll tell you right now.
Yeah, it's Spaniards are like, yeah, I'll be honest, Chief, it's not going to
It was a mistake invading there in the first place.
Yeah.
We hung on to it for 200 years reluctantly. A friend of mine is Mexican, and he told me, like, I asked him all about Cinco de Mayo and that war one time, and he's like, oh yeah, Mexico is like this. Whenever it's peacetime, whenever things are good, Mexicans just love fighting each other. So the whole country is a goddamn mess. But as soon as some outsider comes in and says they're gonna fuck with shit, you best run for your life.
Yeah, it's like
Because the Mexicans, they'll be like, hey, who's this fucking prick over here? And they just unite and kick the shit out of you.
respect. I respect that.
And then as soon as the war is over, they're back to fighting each other.
It's like you and me are fighting and somebody else comes to pick on you. It's like, all right,
hey, that's
all
my
right.
fucking job, you
That's-
fucking prick.
That's my fucking job. Ain't nobody picking on Gump.
No, sad, that's it.
Get
That's
the fuck
exactly
out of
it.
here. All right, fuck you, Gump.
It's a family thing. It's a family, it's always a family conflict down there in Mexico.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. It was like that before the Spanish even showed up, even amongst the native kingdoms and everything down there. It was just like they're always fighting each other and no real, even when the Aztecs were running shit, there was still a lot of dissent and like different tribes fighting each other and fighting the Aztecs. And then the Spanish show up and basically all of them were like, well, we hate the Aztecs, so we're going to join these Spaniards and fuck over the Aztecs.
And then ultimately fuck over the Spaniards.
Yeah, but that didn't really work that great. A little thing called smallpox kind of really ate into their numbers.
Yeah.
It wasn't great for them, that's for sure. But anyway, that was 1838. In 1900, the author Oscar Wilde dies in Paris in a hotel room after saying, regarding the room's wallpaper, one of us had to go. There's no word of a lie. And if you didn't know, if you don't know who Oscar Wilde is, he was flamingly homosexual. So that statement is hilarious. One of us had to go. This wallpaper is disgusting.
This wallpaper clashes with the sheets. This is ridiculous.
Disregard that.
And ended up fucking dying.
No, he was a really good writer.
Yeah, but he said it. One of us had to go.
Yeah. He had one of his sayings, which I really like, was he said, everything in moderation, including moderation. Because sometimes you just got to let your hair hang out,
Absolutely.
So yeah, he's a really interesting guy.
If you feel like going on a 3-day bender, do it.
But don't do it all the time.
Don't do it all the time.
Once a year.
That's right.
Maybe twice a year.
Maybe twice a year.
But that's pushing it. Depending on how much money you're making.
That's right. But it's if you're thinking about doing a 3-day, 4-day bender, and you're like, oh, I haven't had a 4-day bender in like 2 years.
But you got to like plan it like a month in advance.
You know plan it.
Plan it. Find a weekend. Get the time off.
Make sure your funds are there, but do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for the soul.
Nothing like a little chaos in your life. Sometimes you got to introduce a little craziness.
That's right. It's good for you.
It is.
Make you appreciate the quiet time.
Because then you go back to work and you're like, oh, you're refreshed. You're like, thank God, routine.
Exactly.
You would not believe the amount of hookers I saw snorting coke off my ass. Thank God.
You're supposed to be doing coke off the hooker's ass.
I got a bit confused. Gotta admit. I got the instructions wrong. But hey, they were enthused to do it, so, you know.
Cocaine's cocaine, I guess.
Also in 1900, the French government denounces British actions in South Africa, declaring sympathy for the Boers.
What does that mean?
You know the Boer Wars?
Okay, yeah.
So the Boers were Dutch farmers in South Africa, right?
Okay.
South Africa was a Dutch colony for a long time. The Boers wanted independence from British rule, and the British said, fuck you. And so they started a war. And there was all kinds of horrible things going on. There was like concentration camps that the British set up, putting like Boer men into. And there was like starvations and stuff. It was horrible. And so here in Western Canada, you can read primary sources from that time. People writing letters to the editor.
Yeah.
In the local newspapers and stuff. And most people out in the West here, actually most Canadians really, just in general, except for like metropolitan Canada, were very sympathetic for the Boer cause, for the farmers, because they themselves were farmers.
Yeah.
They're like, well, here's this empire that we're part of is now fucking over people who are just like us. Like, this is not cool.
Different part of the world, but same ideas.
Same idea. Like, we're just farmers just trying to fucking till the land, you know?
Make a living.
Do our own damn thing. In 1935, non-belief in Nazism is proclaimed grounds for divorce in Germany. So you want to get rid of your bitch? You just say to the old courts there, you say, this bitch don't believe in Hitler. And you can get rid of that bitch.
Simpler times.
Back when men were men. It's pretty fucked up that that a non-belief in a political ideology could be used to it could be used as grounds for divorce.
Yeah.
Of course, now there's no grounds for divorce. Everything is grounds for divorce now. You can just do it anytime. But
yeah. It was 1935. It's time to get paid, man.
That's true. Got to get my bag.
That's what I'm saying.
In 1945, so yeah, this didn't really turn out so good for Germany, obviously. You guys know the story. In 1945, Russian forces take Danzig in Poland and invade Austria. That's what happens when you give people grounds for divorce. You get fucked by Russians.
That's what happens when you think you can take Russia by Christmas. Take Moscow by Christmas.
Yeah, that didn't work so good for them.
Yeah, that winter really sucked.
Yeah. In 1979, Pope John Paul II, who was Polish, becomes the first pope in 1,000 years to attend an Orthodox Mass, like an Eastern Orthodox service.
Huh.
Of course, before that, there's always been great tension between the Eastern churches and the Western churches because they both excommunicated each other. So that they didn't really like each other too much.
Yeah.
But in 1979 was a bit of a movement towards healing, which is maybe too little too late because it's 1,000 years since one has attended the other's service.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what I got for history fact. Oh no, one more. Hold on. In 1982, Thriller, Michael Jackson's second solo album, is released. The album, produced by Quincy Jones, became the best-selling album in history.
Yep. Yeah, I heard that today on the radio, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. And probably was the biggest for quite a while until...
Oh, it's the best-selling album of all time still.
Still?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Pretty sure. We can quick look it up. But
look that shit up. Cause
I'm sure it's still up there. I know that one, Back in Black, and... Oh, what else is up there? Let's just look. Hold on. Best-selling albums of all time. Thriller. What is it showing me? Hootie and the Blowfish is not up there. What the fuck kind of list is that? That's who the fuck listens to Hootie and the Blowfish? Yeah, so number one, Thriller, with 49.2 million certified copies. I believe that's what this is in. Hold on.
Right.
The claimed sales is 70 million, but as of like known sales was 49.2. Back in Black is number 2 at 29.6 known sales, million, 29.6 million known sales. Whitney Houston and various artists in the Bodyguard soundtrack album sold 32.4 confirmed sales, but still less claimed sales than Back in Black. Meatloaf, Battered to the Hell is up there. Then Eagles, their greatest hits, which is 1976.
Yep.
Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, up there. Eagles, Hotel California, number 7. The Bee Gees, Saturday Night Fever. Oh, just the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, which is Bee Gees and other people up there. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors, and Shania Twain, Come On Over, at number 10.
Oh, wow. So I guess Shania was the only country artist then.
Yep. Wow,
Interesting.
and like, it's kind of, to consider Shania Twain like real country is.
I was listening to
she's more pop, but
I was listening to Prime Country this morning on Sirius.
yep.
And I got thinking about how, like, George Strait is he's the king of country, right?
Yeah.
He's the king. Well, I would consider Alan Jackson the prince. So I was, bear with me.
All right, who's the Duke?
I didn't get that far.
You know any barons?
So Alan Jackson released 67 songs, and out of those 67, only 7 songs didn't make the top 40.
Okay.
And out of those 60 songs, 27 hit number 1.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's true. Alan Jackson has a lot of good hits.
Yeah, he's up there with one of the greatest.
Oh yeah,
greatest
Alan
of all
Jackson.
times.
I mean, think about it. Like, fucking Chattahoochee. That shit goes hard.
Fuck yeah.
Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, it get hotter than a hoochie coochie.
That's what I'm saying.
Now I don't know what a hoochie coochie is, but it sounds like it's hot.
No, he had a lot of good tunes.
Yeah.
Listen to Alan Jackson,
Yes,
especially on your 3-day bender. Crank up that Alan. Crank up that
100%.
Alan Jackson.
100%.
Keep you motivated.
Keep the juices flowing.
And keep the blood boiling.
Keep the blood pumping, man. All right. Well, that's probably a good time to stop, eh?
All right. I like it.
All right. Far out, man.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good Wednesday or whatever the fuck time you listen to this. And keep your stick on the ice.
That's right. Peace.
Slip. Peace.